it's an artistic choice how you choose to like, any person, any groups. But for me, growing up in Miami, growing up in a very hot, humid place, a very moist place, that's to me what black folks look like.
What's up, man?
Moonlight was a film that was heavily influenced by a film called Belly by Hype Williams, and then the film Clockers by Spike, shot by Malika Sansai. The same cinematographer shot those two films, actually. Not that I'm like making a mood board for this film, but like these films are in my consciousness. A little transistor radio, or a little small FM radio, was one of the least expensive things you could purchase, growing up. So even though we were poor, there was always a radio in the house, and that radio was always playing. Once I started to tell stories with images, it just felt like the music was a part of trying to translate what these emotions felt like. And then watching the work of Claire Denis and Wong Kar-wai, who are thought to be very rigorous filmmakers, and yet the way they use music, and in particular pop music, is really evocative. It just reminded me of the way I grew up, and so I didn't have any fear of trying to do that in my films as well. Even working at the budget that we did, $1 million, we could do or attempt to do what Malika Sansai had done, because these cameras and the lenses, all these things, they had arrived at a cost threshold where the barrier to entry had been removed to a certain degree. And so everyone was looking at the same image. Everyone saw Mahershala, they saw Alex Hibbert, they saw Trevante Rhodes, they saw all these very dark-skinned black men, and yet they were photographed, and their skin had all the degrees of complexity and nuance and beauty that I see with my own eyes.